Very good morning to you all. Today I am going to explain the properties of ionic compounds. Ionic compounds, that is electrovalent compounds. Ionic compounds may be defined as the compounds formed by ions are called ionic compounds. Ionic compounds are also known as electrovalent compounds. The properties. There are many properties of ionic compounds. First property of ionic compound is ionic compounds are generally crystalline solids. It means ionic compounds exist in solid state or as crystalline solids. They form crystals. The molecules of ionic compounds form crystal. This is due to the reason that ionic compounds are made up of ions. For example, NaCl, sodium chloride is made up of two ions, sodium ion and chloride ion. We know that the electrostatic force, a non-contact force, is developed between two dissimilar charges. Here sodium ion is positively charged and chloride ion is negatively charged. So a strong electrostatic force binds these two ions together. Due to a strong binding force in ionic compounds, here for example NaCl, sodium chloride, sodium ion and chloride ions are packed together tightly. Due to this, these compounds are solid at room temperature. Your second is the melting and boiling points of ionic compounds are high. Melting point, the minimum temperature at which a solid is converted into a liquid or converted into molten state. Boiling point means the minimum temperature at which a liquid starts to boil, starts boiling. As we know that the force between ions is very strong, so much heat energy is required to break this force to change the state of compound. Since the force between the ions is very strong, that is electrostatic force of attraction. Due to this, much heat energy is required to break this force of attraction. Due to this, ionic compounds have high melting and boiling points. For example, melting point of NaCl is about 108 degrees Celsius. MEO, magnesium oxide, is about 2832 degrees Celsius. boiling points of sodium chloride is 1413 degrees Celsius, and this is 3600 degrees Celsius. The melting point of these two ionic compounds tell us that melting point of ionic compounds are very high. The third property of ionic compounds is ionic compounds are soluble in water. It means ionic compounds can be dissolved in water only, and these are not soluble in organic solvents, that is alcohol, ether, benzene, carbon tetrachloride, carbon disulfide, etc. It means we can dissolve an organic compound in water only, but it is not possible to dissolve these compounds in organic solvents. The fourth property of ionic compounds is aqueous solution. In aqueous solution or in molten state, ionic compounds act as electrolytes. It means when we pass electric current in through aqueous solution of ionic compound, aqueous solution allows the electric current to pass through them. Or in molten state, ionic compounds acts as electrolyte, that is good conductor of electricity. This is due to the fact that when an ionic compound, for example here copper sulfate, is dissolved in water, we get copper sulfate aqueous. In aqueous solution, this ionic compound is dissociated into its ions, that is copper ion and sulfate ion, and due to presence of ions, ionic compounds in aqueous solution conduct electricity. In molten state, NaCl get broken into two ions, that is sodium ion and chloride ion, and hence it conducts electricity, that is it acts in molten state as electrolyte. Due to this property, sodium metal is extracted from raw sodium chloride by electrolytic reduction of sodium chloride. When we pass electricity through sodium chloride chloride, molten sodium chloride, sodium ion is converted, get reduced in sodium metal at cathode and chlorine gas at anode. These are the important properties of ionic compounds. Okay, thanks.